Hello, Clare Hamilton.
Hello, Sara Cox.
Hello, lovely people. Welcome to Teen Commandments, the show where we try to make sense of the often fascinating brains of our teenagers. Hello, this is where we just look at our parenting skills, in inverted commas, and talk about our own teenage years. Welcome along. Clare, you are broadcasting live from Worsley.
I am, yes. I'm sat at my dressing table. It's very, very much fun. Very, very much fun.
Now, I need to ask, has your mum got an agent yet? Because I believe Sylvia is now a superstar. Tell me about your mum's 80th trip, please. I saw the pictures. I need to know everything.
Oh, we had the best time. I'm going to start from when I told her about this. So we went to see Tina, the musical, and it was fantastic. I've just got to say, it takes you on such a journey. If have you seen it?
I've never seen it, but I keep hearing amazing things about it.
Definitely go and see it. My dad was a massive Tina Turner fan, and it was their anniversary as well as her 80th. So it was a really, really kind of like really lovely moment to be able to tell her. And I told her that we were invited to the press night, which was fantastic. And she had no clue what that meant. She was like, oh, okay. And then I said to her, just as we were kind of getting ready and deciding what to wear, I said, you do know we're going to go on the red carpet. She just was like, what? And it was just watching her little face do, all the emotions and just processing it. And in the car on the way to the theatre, she actually turned to me and said, I've got butterflies, which was so cute.
So cute. Were you in a stretch limo?
No, we were in an Uber.
Drinking champagne. Yeah. Okay, well, that's fine. And the red carpet, it looked like Sylvia was on the red carpet with a pap snapping her.
Yeah.
How come was she on the red carpet by herself? Where were you?
Well, I set that up a little bit. So it was dead cute because when we got to the red carpet, she wouldn't step on it. I was like, she looked like it was water or something. I almost shoved her at one point. I was like, go on.
Just had to drag her on there. Was there a nice woman with a clipboard and a headset doing sort of a guest list?
Yeah.
So did you say, hi, Clare Hamilton, Teen
Well, she
Commandments
already knew,
podcast.
babe. She knew who I was. She was like, make her way. There's Clare Hamilton on her way here. No, she shoved me out the way.
She's like, I've been down the canal. I recognise you.
She was like, what do you need? Are you staff? What? So we got to the red carpet and then she did this weird walk where she had her hands on her hips and one foot in front of the other. And she just kept shuffling forward with the same one foot in front of the other. I've got it on video. I'm like, what are you doing? And
what was she? And she decided on her pose, but then had to manoeuvre into position.
She had to walk a bit. And a guy with a high vis looked at me like I was being really cruel. And just, he's like, help her walk, because she just looked like she couldn't walk properly.
It's so cute.
And he came along and helped her. And then we got to where the pat bit was and we posed for a picture and she kind of really loved it. And we walked up and I thought, hold on a minute, I've got to get this. So I went back to him and said, can I just take a picture over your shoulder of you taking her picture? He was really accommodating. But she just loved it. She was like, yeah, who else needs one? She just loves it.
This is so cute. I mean, not bad at all for your 80th
I
birthday,
know.
getting on a red carpet. Come on, Sylvia.
Come on. It's just something that I guess for her and her age, it's just something that she would never ever dream of. And so it was fabulous. And then the show was incredible. Just such a journey it takes you on. Such restraint, to just not jump up and start shouting to the songs and stuff. You can't do that till the end.
I'm so pleased you didn't. What are the quotes on the poster? I bet they're all like, it's simply the best.
And it starts out with that down, 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 down. And automatically you just want to start. But, it's not like that at first. It's
what's that one?
Down, 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 down,
down,
down, down, down, down. All the wires. Don't know
what the fuck is that? Down, down, on the wires. Was that simply the best? Don't.
Listen.
Come to me, wild wire.
Oh, that was all the wires. I'm not one for lyrics.
She don't think about wires. What the hell? I'm so pleased you didn't jump up and start singing. You don't know the bloody words. They would have been wrestling you out. I mean, Take it down. Oh, babe, I'm so glad it was
It
brilliant.
was so good. We had such a nice time. And look, what about you're looking very fabulous, by the way, may I add over there.
I'm looking very hairy. I've had my hair extensions put in. This is my treat for once I finish the Children in Need challenge. I was like, I'm going to get new hair extensions put in, and I'm not going to cut them that short. I'm going to keep them long, like I'm like the world's oldest showgirl, live from Vegas.
It looks amazing.
I need to rename myself something like, I don't know, Candy Pants or something, the showgirl. It's quite long. It's a bit too long. I feel a bit like Aslan off The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe when it's this long. But it's kind of, depending on what bra I'm wearing, it's kind of boob.
Yeah, it's boob level,
height.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
it goes down to my boobs.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can cover my boobs like a little, like a mermaid.
Nice. Okay, have you tried that?
I was gonna say like the Little Mermaid, but that's
No,
weird. I don't want
weird.
people to think of Ariel's boobs. So yeah, so I put these in the Magnificent David. Although I seized up when I was in his chair.
Were you in for
because
ages?
of,
Oh, really? How are your old
I was
knees?
in for ages. Everything's sort of all right now, but I'm a bit worried. I don't know if this is a thing. I wonder if like you're given a finite amount of like joint juice, you know, the stuff that lubricates up your bones and your joints.
Right.
I want, it's not called joint juice. It'll be called something else in the world of biology. But the stuff that keeps your joints moving and working all right, I wonder if at birth you're assigned a certain amount that's supposed to last you till you're 95. But doing that challenge, I've used up like a decade's worth or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Do you think you can order some?
I know. Maybe. Well, I'm going to look on Amazon for joint juice. Not on a works computer. And so I just feel, because my feet, you know, they just feel like they need more lubrication between the bones. They
really?
feel still really creaky. I'm out, fuck's sake, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Do you-
I'm sure it'll
Do you
be
think
fine.
you've got
Go
an
on.
insight into what it feels like to be kind of 90 at this point?
Yeah, definitely do. I knew you were going to say that. You not take so much pleasure in asking that question, Claire.
I saw you hobbling around last week, and I was like, crikey, that is what she's going to look like in years to come. Straighten up.
But that's what it's like. I was like, oh, bloody hell.
Speaking of
So-
age, babe, you're 52 soon, aren't you?
Shut your face. You know full well, by the time this goes out, it will be 2 days after my
yes.
51st birthday. 51st
Right.
birthday. So this is my official birthday episode.
Excellent.
And when you give someone a showbiz age, you're supposed to take years off, not add on a year. I'm 51.
Oh, okay. So how old are you in showbiz?
Are you joking? Did you genuinely think I was 52?
Yeah, because
then?
I'm
Piss
50
off.
in it now, and you're
Yeah, but
you're
I'm-
older than me, so that's where my head
Yeah,
went.
but only by 11 months. Don't try and add. Are you joking me? Are you winding me
No.
up? You're fuck off. I can tell you're winding me up. You know full well I was 51. You're so mean. First you call me 90, now you call me 51.
Only because
Anyway.
you're so sensitive about it when I do it.
I'm really enjoying. I'm actually not that sensitive about my age. I'm sensitive about my best friend not knowing anything about me anymore. Since you went on a red carpet, Tina Turner, you've changed.
Do you know who I
This is
am?
what's happened. Don't you know? Anyway, I'm not doing a showbiz age because then people just think, God, she looks. You know what?
Yeah, mine's going to be
I'm
75
sure-
actually. And they're going to be like, wow.
Then people are like, wow, she looks amazing for that. I think people know this. I think Scott Mills had a showbiz age, but he just took 1 year off. So it just confused matters and it made no difference. Or it might have been a mistake when he first joined Radio
Oh,
1.
right.
Because I know that when he was 39, we celebrated his 40th. But I think now is his age that he is.
Right.
I'm sure he won't mind me saying that. I'm sure that's
No
come
one's
out.
counting.
Anyway, to treat myself, thanks very much for my. Have you seen it? If you look at this episode on YouTube, by the way, I've got a ring light that's reflecting in the framed artwork behind my head, and it looks like I've got an angelic halo above my head.
The only time you'll ever wear a halo, darling.
Ha ha ha. Yeah, watch it. Done. As my mum used to say, when I'd said like, you know, the phrase that my mum used to use, if you say, if you're sort of showing off, or if you've said that you've done something nice, or you've been kind in somewhere, like, oh, I did that for your mum, she'd be go, yeah, all right, watch your halo don't
Yeah.
slip and strangle you.
Okay.
It's so
It's so
northern, that, isn't it?
northern.
You've done something kind, so you know, just watch it. You're not all that for doing something kind.
Get over it. Get over yourself.
Very much the vibe. Whatever you do, yeah, get over yourself and don't show off. I was going to tell you about my eyebrows.
Oh, go
but
on.
I'll trail ahead to the next episode for that. It's so exciting. I've had my eyebrows done. Powder tattoo.
Very nice.
That's the story, really. They go on a journey. It's a bit like they go through a process once they're on. They're really dark. I can't get my face properly wet, which is a nightmare for me. So I put a big piece of paper on my mirror in the bathroom saying, don't wash your face. And it's going to be a little bit like a caterpillar coming out of a chrysalis and being a butterfly. Like, I literally look like I've got two big fat caterpillars on my face. I've been so nervous about not messing them up, but apparently they will emerge in a few days. Bits will flake off, bits will lighten, bits will darken. And then, thanks very much to the lovely lady, Laura at Oxford Permanent Makeup, for doing my eyebrows, they will then emerge and I'll have the best eyebrows ever. And I've got rid of my 90s eyebrows.
Wow.
I know, it's exciting.
That is exciting.
Although when I got them done, and then when I got my makeup done for a job, and I said, don't touch my eyebrows, I've just had them done, I've got rid of my 90s eyebrows. And this makeup artist went, oh, I read today that they're coming back, 90s eyebrows.
That's typical of you.
Also, if you were out, wouldn't you just kept stum about that? As I sit there with my newly massive tattooed eyebrows, I'm like, oh, I'll not mention that.
This is a decade behind.
As ever. Anyway, I'm looking after them because Chloe at work said that a friend of hers didn't put the special Vaseline on her eyebrows, and she went to bed one night when she just had them done, and when she woke up, her eyebrows were on a pillow.
Oh, you don't want that. You face plant the pillow and you wake up with two little slugs there. I've spent all that money.
So I'm looking after them.
They look beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful.
So the day this episode goes out, ladies and gentlemen, it'll be 10 days to Christmas, that magical time. It can also be a tricky time for a lot of parents, especially if you are in a blended family. I grew up in a blended family when my parents split up when I was I think I was like 6 or 7. I was really little. And then I went on to create my own blended family when I binned off my first husband. Yay! Now, growing up, it was always tricky. I would be driven around on Christmas Day. I'd have to go and see my dad up at the farm. I would always wake up at my mum's, and then I would go up to my dad's for a couple of hours. I guess him being a farmer, he had cows to feed and all sorts in the morning. So I'd get all the twinkly Christmas magic with my mum, and then I'd go and see dad. Sometimes I think I'd have Christmas meal with dad, but not often. I think my mum kind of like ruled the roost on my dad and stepmom weren't that bothered about seeing me. But I remember being in the car a lot on Christmas Day, because we'd then have to go and see my stepdad's parents round at their house. The best thing about that was you'd get a Christmas present, and you'd also get a present from the tree.
That's nice.
Yes, so weird. Such a weird little tradition. So you get an extra gift. The only thing is you couldn't quite see the Christmas tree because they were such heavy smokers. I kid you not. It's like some off backdraft. It was like you were just walking into a burning building in that living room. So dense with cigarette smoke in there. Lovely people, heavy smokers. So that was my day. A big memory of being little was just being driven around a lot, being in the car a lot on Christmas Day. You grew up with your mum and dad together.
Yes.
So I imagine for you, it was a traditional mum and dad, you, your brother, around the Christmas tree, singing carols.
Yeah, it wasn't quite like that, mate. A lot of it, especially teens, was me fadging in hungover at 4 a.m. and not wanting to get up in the morning. But yeah, our Christmases were magical and lovely, especially my Christmas memories are some of the best memories of my childhood, definitely. But it was very different being a single mum and having kids that I couldn't necessarily provide that magic. And sometimes they were off with the dad. That's really difficult because you're then sort of left without your kids at Christmas, which is heartbreaking.
It's really tough. There'll be people listening now who have gone through this or who are currently going through this. And obviously, everyone's situation's a little bit different. When Lola was little, me and her dad came to an arrangement, which I was never really happy with because of my own memories of my own childhood. But he would, he would be like, Christmas is so special and it means so much to me. And I think, well, fucking everyone likes Christmas, mate. Like, you're,
Okay.
you're not unique in that. Like, well, hang on a minute. Like, Christmas is special. Oh, really? That's weird. Okay, then fine. No one else thinks that. Of course, Christmas is special. But, like, so we would do this thing where we would meet. This is when my eldest was like really little because we split up when she was like 15 months old, I think. So we would do this thing where we would meet exactly, we like mapped it equidistant between both our homes
Right.
and drop off at Christmas Day. So one parent would get Christmas Eve and the magic of Christmas morning, and the other parent would get Christmas meal, Christmas lunch and Christmas
Yeah.
night, and then Lola would come back home or whatever on Boxing Day. So we muddled through it like that. It was never a perfect arrangement. As far as I know, it's not had any lasting effects on my eldest. She's absolutely fine. So if you're doing that at the moment with one of your kids or all of your kids, it's fine. It just is what it is. It was never ideal. But I was lucky because then I was with Ben and we went on to have two more children. So as much as obviously it always felt like there was a piece of the jigsaw missing when my eldest wasn't there, when Lola wasn't there, I was then soon distracted with the other two. So I'd feel sad that she wasn't there, but I was never on my own. I was always with Ben and one or two of the other kids. And also Ben was always amazing about it. I don't know if it's because he's Jewish, because he's always celebrated Christmas and he's not remotely religious. But I just think it wasn't perhaps rammed down his throat as much about the magic and the specialness of Christmas, that he just really helped to reframe it a bit. I'd get so upset about the whole not being with Lola thing. And he was brilliant. He'd be like, it's one day, babe. It is one
Yeah.
day. So I will say to any parents listening who are in a state about it and who are sad about it, even though it's hard, just keep repeating that mantra. It is one day of the year, and you are there for your kids the rest of the year when they're having a bad dream, when they're fed up, when they've hurt themselves, when they want advice or whatever, when they need a lift. You are there for your kids the rest of the time. This is just one day. But for you, it was different, wasn't it? Because I guess were your kids ever going to their dads for the whole day? What happened there?
It kind of broke down a little bit towards the back end of my kids' teen years before the dad went to Dubai. And my son used to go and spend a lot more time there than my daughter did. And so that was always hard on Christmas because I was always trying to make up for that a little bit and trying to do that bit extra and feeling guilty about that. And you beat yourself up about stuff that it's out of your control. You can't do anything about it. And the other thing that I really struggled with is we had very different financial situations, their dad and myself. And so I was always, they made it very clear, like teens do, and kids do, that the better presents were at the dad's house. And it was always really quite hard to compete with because I was just like, I know, and I'm putting my heart and soul, and I'd give you my last penny on what I can do here, and where it was very different for the dad, and that's not anybody at fault there. It's just a really hard situation because they break your heart without realizing that actually, oh, I can't wait to get to dad's. This is a bit shit, and I'll be like, I've just grafted the whole of December and broken myself, and I'm like, worried about January already, and I'm sort of like close. I'm on the brink here, and they're like, "Oh, dads will be better," that kind of thing. And so you have that, and then there's just that emptiness when they do go, and you kind of. I remember sort of sometimes being left with my brother and my mum, and almost behaving the same way with them because I'm like, I want my kids. They've gone for dinner now somewhere else with potentially a new partner. And I'm jealous.
Oh, so with their dad and
And
a
a
new
new partner,
partner.
yeah, and I was jealous of that magical time that they were having with my children. It's so hard, but it is just one day. It is just one day, and that is it's so helpful to think like that, and, by the time it's all finished and the frenzy of it is finished, yes, they wanna come home, and yes, they wanna be back, back where they, where they are with a happy place with all the new shit, really.
'Cause I feel like whenever they go off to the other parent,
Mm.
whatever's going on there, even if there's fun stuff happening there, for your kids, home is
Yeah.
home. And it's, obviously, we've always got a caveat. There could be single dads listening now and they'll be like,
Yeah.
hang on a minute. No, no, no. But I think, and big up the single dads if the mum's not on the scene or the mum, has got their own issues going on. But I think it's fair to say, statistically, the vast majority of the kids will be with mum, and that no matter what's going on financially, home will always be
Yes.
home, and that will always be with mum. And that's what you've got to hold on to over Christmas,
You
isn't it?
really do, because you do lose sight of that. You massively do, and you almost. I remember sort of like getting really upset that I'd lost them. It was kind of it felt like
Mm.
that on the day. It's just a day, and so go and enjoy yourself. Do something fun if you've not got your kids that day. I'd always find something, a bottle of something.
I'm glad you said that because I was going to be like, yeah, you weren't doing a country walk and doing a jigsaw, babe. You were getting hammered. Did you ever have a Christmas on your own at your house, or not? Because you would always be with your mum, maybe your mum and your brother, and
No, I think I've always managed to fill the room and have people around and stuff. And I think looking back, there was always I would either have them in the morning or then in the evening. There was never until he's gone to Dubai and my son tends to go out there for Christmas, and that changed things up again a little bit because I always felt like my daughter had one eye on what was going on over in Dubai, but she chose to stay with me. And so yeah, it just feels a bit messy, and it just when you compare it to your own upbringing, which is the situation I was in, where mine was always so perfect, and Christmas Day was always, picture perfect. You just feel really responsible and really sort of like you've failed in a way, but you haven't. It's just the way things
no, of
are.
course. And and your kids would feel it as well, even even if they didn't show it. I remember even from being really little, feeling like just like I don't know, like I had to please
Yeah,
everybody, like I had to be sort of like not mind that we were driving around everywhere, and then even though I didn't really want to, but
yeah,
you'd be getting out I'd be getting out the car at my dad's farm, like, hi, you'd have to sort of get that Christmas magic going again. My evil witch of a stepmother had always be stood. It was so weird. They'd have a fire lit. They had a real fire, and she'd always be stood warming her bum at the fire. It was always seemed like a real power move. She'd always stand there. She was never like thrilled to see us. That's how it felt anyway, to my little brain.
yeah.
I always just had a feeling like, I don't know, we were upsetting the apple cart a bit by being there. Like we're
Imposters. Yeah, yeah,
intruding. That was it. Like, oh, here we go. And we'd get, and the farm would look really nice and tweet. And I think then, like, they always had seemed she'd do like a massive tree and loads of, and it had sort of like those pretend cobwebs on. And I remember it used to look really magical, but I never really felt truly at home. And that was because of her presence. And even though mum, we'd have been in our little council house or above the
yeah.
pub or wherever we were living, we wouldn't have as much, but I always knew that's where I could relax, and just be myself and slob
Yeah,
about.
it's interesting listening to it from that perspective because you don't feel like that as the mum at home. You feel like, they're off having the best time ever without you.
If you've got any words of wisdom for parents going through this at the moment, do let us know. Hello at teencommandments.co.uk, and whatever situation, even if you've got all your teenagers at home and you're in a very happy traditional family, still
Maybe you
remember
don't want them
it's
there.
just one. Exactly. Just remember it's just one day.
Just one day.
You're like, I've got all my kids here. I've got to remember it's just one day to get through.
Got loads of women like peeling spuds now at 5 a.m. listening to this going, it's just one fucking day.
So roundabout now, kids start breaking up from school. ready for Christmas time. How do you keep them entertained? I mean, with teenagers, I'll tell you what, we've got Winter Wonderland at Hyde Park in London.
Ah.
And it freaks me out there because it started off really small years ago. Now it's absolutely vast. It's like Alton Towers, basically. It's absolutely
Oh,
huge.
wow.
And it can be kind of like, I don't know. I feel like there's quite a few like sort of gangs of lads go, and it just scares me that my sweet little 15-year-old and her mate head in there, and I'm constantly trying to like put cagoules on them and give them umbrellas and wrap big scarves around them, like take a snood. And I just, it just makes me a little bit nervous about what ne'er-do-wells are there. I mean, there's loads of security, it's all ticketed. I just feel like they're vulnerable when they're at such a massive place like that that's kind of noisy and full on. I worry she can get split up from her friends. I had to swallow all this down because I would have been, the most annoying mum ever if I'd said no to. It's hard sometimes with teenagers, isn't it? They really want to do something, and you've really got to just be realistic and take a breath and think, okay, what really are the dangers? Considering that she gets on the tube every day to and from work, that it could be a bit cracky around where we live when she's getting off the tube. Ben goes to meet her, but she's in town where you can get crazies wandering. It's hard. It's all part of the loosening of the apron strings.
100%. But also, it's because that there's an agenda behind it. They're not going to the fun fair to get some candy floss, because
what? Not helpful.
Life lesson here, Sarah.
Not helpful, Claire. I thought you were my best friend.
They're going out to check out the fresh boys that they have not seen before.
No,
in their little outfits. No. And you're there going, do you want a coat on? Do you want to put this big coat on? Like, no, do I heck? There's going to be boys
I fucking hate you. I hate your accent that you do with me.
You want to put a coat on?
So you think she's not going for the Big Dipper?
Yeah,
she's going
she'll have her go on a few rides, especially if there's some boys in queue. But definitely.
I think you're judging my very well-raised daughter by your own standards.
I just know what we were like, babe.
When you were a young tearaway.
I used to always fancy them boys that worked at the waltzers. The ones that were like...
the ones who'd spin you.
I still do, actually.
Did you get fingered at the fun fair? Is this a topic for the future?
Everyone gets fingered at the fun fair, babe. I just didn't want to say it.
I've never been fingered at the fun fair.
Time.
We tell you that. Shall I go down Winter Wonderland with Ben?
Yes.
As we queue in for some glute vine, I'd be like, is it a finger?
Send me a little selfie like that.
Oh, his hands are cold. Okay, well, I'm glad we're talking about this after I've let her go to Winter Wonderland and she came back. And she'd had a lovely time.
I'm sure Winter Wonderland is, it's quite, I'm sure there's quite a nice collection of people at Winter Wonderland.
No, I think people who do go to Winter Wonderland, look, that's what I had to tell myself when I had to talk myself back down again from thinking I didn't want her to go, was that loads of families go. And no, I think you're right. Loads of lovely people go to Winter Wonderland.
Yes, they do.
It's very family friendly.
Yeah.
It's absolutely fine.
It's nice.
She went on a loop. I mean, this is how massive it is. It's got a roller coaster that does a loop-de-loop.
Really?
It's a long way. Yeah, it's a long way from us and the waltzers in the middle of a scrappy bit of land.
Oh, yeah. The thing is, with fairs like that, teenagers and adrenaline, they love it, don't they? They do go for that. On a serious note, there's one thing that I could always bribe my kids with was getting them to the fair and that sort of thing. And I think, there's that, but they definitely are there in the best outfits. A bit like what we said with the ice skating, isn't it? There's more to it than just going on the rides.
Well, I prefer to think she's just a big fan of a roller coaster. And what do they call those sticks of donut?
Oh, churros.
Oh, yeah, churros. So I use churros with a chocolate dipping sauce. That's what she's there for. Thank you very much. Not to look at, I mean, I'm always interrogating her after parties and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think no, I know I'm going to say this now and you're going to do that face that you do at me. Like I'm an idiot and I've just hatched out of an egg and I don't know anything. But when I talk to my 15-year-old about boys, she'll give me the odd little tidbit of gossip that I wouldn't reveal on
Yeah.
here because I've not told Ben. So I definitely can't say it on here. That wouldn't be fair. Obviously, it's her private business. But she seems to sort of tell me the truth, stuff that goes on. But 90% of the time, she's there with her mates and she's
Yeah.
not actually that bothered about
Yeah.
the boys.
Your little girl is just so sweet and lovely, and she's just not bothered. I'm going off my daughter, watching her go
Oh,
out the
you're so
door.
nice. I thought you were going to do that thing
No.
where you go, yeah, she's lying.
No.
You don't know. She's a
She's
sweet.
a
I mean, she's just
sweetie.
she's all about her
Yeah,
mates.
she is.
She's all about having a laugh with her
She's
mates.
gone for the
And when
twinkles and the sparkly lights of Christmas, hasn't she, at the fair?
Yeah, she loves it. Oh, speaking of that, I mean, by the time this podcast goes out on the 15th, we would have had a tree up already for like nearly 2 weeks. It's going to be near enough dead because today, day of recording on a Tuesday morning, and I've got to go and get the tree tonight, and I don't want to. It's early. We're just into December, a couple of days into December.
Still got to do it.
Come Christmas Day, it's just going to look like it's been in, like, you know, when you see those after like a forest fire
Yeah.
or up on the moors where
Everything's on the
just bare
floor.
and blackened. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's because it's just, I don't know, I'm going to keep it alive so long, but she just loves it. So, well, you know what it's like when they're teenagers. You try and hold on to every little shred of Christmasiness, don't you?
Yeah, just keep that magic, even because they do show it, don't they? A little bit, little glimpses of the little innocence and their excitement as well, and it's great when they do.
Yeah, when there's that tiny glimmer, you've got to grab it, haven't you, with both hands? Be like, yes, of course, I've got by a tree 2 weeks early. Yay!
That you won't help me take down, and I'll do it all on my own.
I know. I'm so excited about taking it down, and I've not even bought the bloody thing
I'm not
yet.
getting one. I'm not having a tree this year. I don't need. No,
Are you not?
No, not doing anything. Nothing.
What? Not just a little one?
No, I might light a candle. That's it. I hate taking them down. I hate it with a passion, and I've done it for years, and I've done it on my own, and it's always been a graft. I'm going to enjoy just looking at everybody else's trees. It's all very nice. I'm just going to be blissfully. No.
Are you going to put anything on your front door so people don't think that you've gone feral?
That
What are you
middle finger.
What, a photograph of you putting the middle finger on? Yeah, I dare
I'm
you.
gonna.
I dare you to make a special wreath of just you, a photo of you, like a cardboard cutout, but just of you or just a massive hand with the middle finger stuck up, just pinned to your front door. We're going to hold you to that. Right, we'll look forward to seeing that on the socials. Claire, it's been lovely seeing you, my
Lovely
sweetheart.
to see you. And your lovely, luscious locks of hair now that you're 51.
Yes, thank you very much. This has been my birthday. It didn't feel that birthday.
No, we didn't sing
feel like
to
I
you or
got that
anything.
much fuss.
No.
No, maybe next time. Well, hey, we love you for listening. Thanks so much. Join in, please, with any of your Christmas tales, old and new, from your own teenage years, and how you cope with the it's just one day thing. Do let us know. hello@teencommandments.co.uk. Claire, gorgeous to see you as ever. We'll be back on Wednesday with our Your Turn episode. We saw your fantastic emails. Until then, stay awesome, people. Claire, love you.